Musika, Muling Sigla ng Kabataan Project.
The rationale. The youths nowadays are more engaged in using their gadgets like phones, tablets, or computers. Most of their time was spent in browsing Facebook, watching on YouTube or Netflix, playing mobile games, chatting, and etc. Excessive use of gadgets can cause physical and mental damage to a person. Also, if they'll spend most of their time on gadgets, they would miss a lot of opportunity and skills that they can acquire. They need to discover their full potential as a human being, discover their talents and gifts that are still unknown. In our barangay, Sao Project, Cangadba, Porac, Pampanga, the youths are commonly spending their time on their gadgets. Some are walking around while gossiping. Time is very important as much as life is important, so better to spend it on something that gives meaning and purpose. So the objectives of this project is to encourage the youth to invest their time on learning something new knowledge or skills, like learning to play musical instruments, to promote music by providing free piano, guitar, and ukulele tutorials or lessons to the young people, to discover their own full potential as a person, to make them engage on physical and social activities and not spending much of their time on their cell phones. I believe that music can change the world because it can change a single person. Learning how to play instruments gives a lot of benefits to a person, and according to the research, playing an instrument stimulates the brain improving functions like memory and abstract reasoning skills. It improves social life, relieves stress, gives a sense of achievement that eventually builds confidence, improves patience, increases discipline and time management skills, which we all needed, and it makes a person more creative. Musika, Muling Sigla ng Kabataan Project aims to bring back the activeness of the youths by playing musical instruments. With this project, I will provide free lessons in teaching the piano, guitar, and ukulele to those young people who are willing and interested to learn.
The first step that I did is I looked for the files I used before when I taught musical instrument at my church appointment and then printed them out. They are chord charts, some rules and advices including there. Then I created some dummy keyboards and invitations, and I invited the young people in our barangay.
On my first day of teaching, there are 6 young people who came to learn playing a musical instrument. I started my lesson by sharing the benefits of music, then teaching the basic theories that they'll be needing in learning musical instruments. There are 3 young people who got interested in learning the ukulele, and 2 who wants to learn the guitar, and 1 who wants to play the piano. I started at 2 p.m. and ended up at 7 p.m. On the second day, I decided to split the youth by group, and I taught first the guitar group, review what they have learned yesterday, and teaching them a new song. Then there are 2 new young people who wants to learn the guitar and 1 ukulele.
Then teaching the piano group.
On the third day, I started late due to some problems and ended up teaching mixed group, the ukulele, the piano, and the guitar. And there is 1 new youth who wants to learn the guitar, so I teach her the basics, and then ended up at 7 p.m. When a person is willing to learn, even though it hurts, hard, and very challenging, they will continue. Learning to play musical instrument is not easy, especially for the first-timers. That's why it builds patience and perseverance. Every time I was with the young people, I also wanted to connect with them by sharing my testimonies and also listening to their stories. Teaching is already part of my life. It builds me as a person as I share my learnings to others at the same time while also learning from them. Most of that I met are still young, and there are a lot of things they can still discover in this world. And me, as a sister, I want to help and guide them as they grow. This is my commitment to serve our community. I, lovely Janelle P. Balanga, commits on loving God and His creation, which includes the plants, animals, and humans. I'll devote myself on serving the community around me in any ways that I can. I commit that I'll be part of the solution instead of the problem in this society I'm in. I'll stand up and fight for the youth and for the younger generation that they are still the hope and future of the nation. I commit in sharing the gospel and to be Christ-like wherever I go.